Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is CW Motorsports, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in and all the new subscribers. This is really exciting. We put some content out, and it's just been so much fun to, get to make videos and have people comment and view and all that. We love it, love it. But today, what we're about is kind of a 1 year, basically overview of our shop and what we got going on. So stay tuned. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Check this out. This shop is 40 by 40 and it's almost 14 foot high. We have a 16 by 16 office off to the side with a porch. Had the porch built. Just makes it awesome to be able to sit out here and enjoy the weather, all the views. We did have to pour a concrete pad. My first bit of advice I would offer is, besides knowing what you want and all that, but is to check your ground. Check where you're gonna put it, This right here looked like a pretty level spot, but once we got in, this side off to the office was off by almost 2 feet. So if you have somebody with a transit or if you have to build it up or whatever you have to do, you just gotta pick the best spot. But that's definitely one of the obstacles that I didn't take into consideration, and it ended up costing me a lot more in rock when we could have probably had it filled in with dirt and compacted it and all that, but it just ended up costing a lot more. One of the things that our builder did, if you notice, all these screws are perfectly straight. Some of them just do a string, put a screw in a piece of wood over here, and then take the string, go all the way over there, and they just run screws, and it's pretty straight. But he pre-drilled all the panels, basically all the panels together, and what that did was allow everything to be perfectly straight. All the metal is perfectly straight. Another thing we did, we added all the trim last. We had all the concrete poured all around the shop. If you notice this right here, there's no concrete all on the metal, which it's a little dirty right now, but as you can tell, there's no concrete splashed on the sides because we had them pour the concrete and then we put the metal on last. What that did was it just allows everything to be a whole lot cleaner. It just looks more professional. All the edges are just cut and 45 really well. Another thing, these are metal buildings, but caulk. You have to caulk all this. Some people just throw them up, and then, if they don't caulk it, it's going to leak. Even though it's a metal structure, it'll still rot the post and everything. The little office area, I wanted some lights on the outside, but then I wanted access up here in case I want a ceiling fan one day. So all this metal was put in, just the same way as all the other. But yeah, so yeah, here's the beautiful view. Beautiful view. So the office area I've been working on pretty hard, and what we've done with it is these are old pallets that I've torn apart. I have a lot of time invested in this. I probably wouldn't recommend this setup as far as pallets. We have the drywall pretty much done. I just have to finish it. And then I like this ceiling. This ceiling came from an old barn out back, and I was able to repurpose that. We got all of our electrical done. And then I've been saving license plates for 20 or 30 years. Let's see, I'm 40. Let's go with 20 years. And yeah, this is where we're at. We need some more over there, but the office closer, but it's not quite done yet. So let's step out here to the big shop. And the one way I was able to get more height, what they do is the building was pre-cut. All the metal was pre-cut, and the posts are usually longer than what they need. So they'll put them in the ground, and then you basically cut the top off, and then you set your trusses. Well, I asked him what the metal length was, and it was rated, I want to say 14 feet. I'd have to measure it. But I was able to get about an extra 2 feet of ceiling height, and it saved them some work because they didn't have to cut the metal to the actual 12-foot specs. So that's something to consider. If you buy a building and then they pre-cut it, sometimes they usually make some of the metal longer. So if you have a good builder and they know what they're doing, they can just measure the metal and then add that to the shop, and you'll get a taller shop. So yeah, pretty happy with that. They installed the garage doors, did a great job on those. All the bracing, and then the rails to come down. So this is kind of what you should expect, I guess. Got the bubble wrap. And then this is something different that I had done on my building. It's already, well, it's not already, but I had the walls built so I could put 2x6 insulation R19 in it. And I don't think it costs that much more because you're already building it, but most post frames is just, they do the slats on the outside here, and then what that does is they just screw the metal to the slats on the outside. But this, you actually kind of frame it up, and after it's framed up, then you can come back and insulate it, do your house wrap, and then add your walls, which we've started on. So with the electrical, each state, and as far as the buildings, you know, each state is going to be a little different. But with the electrical, the guy did a fantastic job. I like to think I'm pretty picky on what I try to do and then the expectations of professionals. And he did a great job. So shouldn't have any issues there. It's all inspected, up to code. The concrete sometimes can be more expensive than the shop itself. So it's something to definitely keep into considerations of concrete. I didn't really plan on building this pad out front, but it just kind of worked out that way. And I wanted to have a nice smooth surface. I have some low cars and wanted it to be nice and even so I could get the cars in. Excuse me. So here's the back, well, the side view. It's a pretty big building. But anyway, that's just a quick overview of my shop. Some people do it different, and you know, that's what's great. These things can be built in many configurations. On one last note, the biggest thing that I would recommend, not that I would recommend, but you could do, is the interior walls. So the beauty of a pole barn, if you look, the posts all hold everything up. Well, if you wanted a kitchen in the back corner, it's no big deal. You just run your walls with studs, frame it up, and there's your kitchen in the back. If you want it in the front, you can put it in the front. So these are becoming real popular for people building houses. And honestly, if there wasn't a house here, I probably would have built another one beside it and made it our home. Just finished it out real nice. All right, man, that was awesome. The sun is so bright today. It is so amazing. Love it. It's almost November, and where we're at, it is 84 today. But with that being said, that's kind of an overview of the shop and what we have going on. Thank you all so much for watching. Do the like, comment, subscribe thing, ring the bell, get you some notifications whenever we post new videos, and stay tuned for more. If you have any questions about the barn/shop, leave them down below, or anything you would do different, or maybe some ideas of what we could do in the future that maybe we don't know right now. So anyway, thanks for checking it out, and we'll catch you later.